All right. I think we should be good. Goomsalal is already in chat. Welcome aboard. All right. I've got the model for Mario Circuit up. So we are in for something. That's for certain. Okay. So, based on what I'm looking at with this model, I think the road will effectively curve around right to underneath it. And it would be to just... Oh, I'm still underneath it. And it would be roughly around here. So, how do I want to do this? Because I'll admit that, again, jumping from flat courses to a track that quite literally can't tell the difference between counterclockwise and clockwise is a bit of a jump. Maybe it would also be okay to start going from the other direction as well, like go backwards. I'm beginning to think that maybe this loop is also a little bit big, but we'll see. All right, you know what? I actually do like the idea of kind of starting to go backwards a little bit, because the reality is the moment I've done, like, it's not going to take much to loop around. You know what? Hold on, I want to try something. I want to do a wee test. I want to make a small scale Mobius strip to see if I can, how possible it is. All right. So, like, how am I going to make a Mobius strip? Draconic James, how's it going? Goomsalotl, I started a new world, so I wouldn't have to worry about world height. So I'm currently rebuilding Battle Course 1. Have fun, man. I mean, again, I've seen some of you guys' creations, so it's like, I'm very excited to see more. Alright. I want to see just how I'm going to make a Mobius strip. I feel like I have the shape going. That's going good. That's good here, James. Draconic James. Alright, so... I think it would... Yes, I think this is definitely the type of shape we want to make. And then what it would slowly do is it would start to... Yes, I see. I see, Vernius, I see. Party Crashers reference. And then I think... This is definitely a challenging thing to make, but I need to do it here so that I know how I can do it. What is your favorite minigame in Mario Party Superstars? Ooh, that's a good question. At the end of the day, it is going to boil down to whatever my favorite minigame is in their OGs, but I think Bowser's Big Blast and Storm Chasers are high up there because those are my favorite minigames from their respective games. And I think it has to boil down to one of those two because as far as I'm concerned, none of my other favorites are in Superstars. Yeah, I'm looking at it and I think this is roughly how we would want to slowly start twisting it. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for now. And then we're going to go back up here. So looking at the track, it's got enough space, so let's just make a bit more of a straightaway because this is what it is. I think what I should do also, I'm gonna need some white concrete. That's white terracotta. All right, so there are, okay, so there's one here. Starting positions. Okay, it's gonna be this is definitely not on point, but we can work with this. Make it a little bit skinnier. So that's 6. And that would likely go up to about where the 6th place is normally. So we'll go straight. Oh, is that? No, that's not on shuffle. Okay, good. I also got Mario Circuit 2 detailed in the new world. Awesome. Again, I'm 100% open to seeing all of your creations. So, if you're ever interested, as you guys know, hit up the community tab. Okay, so now it does tilt the other way. So that's 9, and it starts to curl. I'd say roughly around the 12th place position. Ever so slightly. So we'll do this, and then starting here, it's gonna start to twist. This is gonna be an insane project. This is definitely going to be one of those more for show kind of projects. Because I challenge anybody in Minecraft to try to race on an anti-gravity course. Alright, and then I think we'll do this. I don't know, I think we can do this. Let's keep her going. Now, hold up. Okay, I see. I Yep, there we go. Alright. Mm-hmm. And then... how do I want to keep curving it? I guess we could also just do this, because it does need to straighten out a little, or not straighten out, go straight a little bit more. What course are you building? Wii U's Mario Circuit. Yes. This is kind of technically insane given what we were just working on for the last, like, few streams. Okay, so I think from here, let's do another... I'm just trying to think, how are we going to get it to go perfectly sideways when we have an even number of blocks? Maybe what we need to do... yeah, I think that's a move. We need to start slowly straightening the blocks out while keeping them connected so that there's no gaps. So I think from here, it'll be a matter of doing this. This is gonna possibly look awkward, but I never said that this would be perfect. Speaking of which, well, not speaking of which, but we also have to keep in mind that this is gonna have to start, oh, well, no, it'll go straight until it's fully sideways. Okay, so that's good to know. And then once it's sideways, curving it downward will actually probably be a little easier. So let's do this. Whoops, nope. It's supposed to be like that. And then we'll do another. And then it'll, we'll go like this. It's quite possible that building this, the layout will actually take less time, but I also want to wager that, well, once we have the layout down, from there it's just going to be like the detailing, which is probably going to take up more time. I'm going to say let's go with this. Okay, so now we're going, now it's completely straight sideways. So now we can start curling it downwards. How do I want to go about that? This is definitely an interesting challenge. Okay. Let's do that. It does have to be a relatively wide curve. This is 100% gonna mess with my brain. I'm wondering if maybe we should also be making it like a little bit longer upward. So let's say we do this. I can always go back to kind of like adjust it. Honestly, I think this is the best way to play Minecraft, streaming it. It's like, now I feel like I can pass time and actually have something to do with it. Okay, so I think now I want to start making it a little bit sharper going down. Okay. How about... Yeah, you know what? Let's just try to keep going for a bit. Let's see what we can do. Maybe what I really need to do is just make it like a little outline. Okay. I feel like I've seen worse. Where I've seen worse, I have absolutely no idea. Okay. We've made 3 light gray bits, so the third, you know what, let's see if we can start going diagonal. This might be where things start to look a little weird. Okay, actually, I think we might be onto something here. Oh, a little too high. Okay. Perhaps we need to be a little bit higher. Hold on. Yes, yes, that's what I want. Let's do that. There we go. I think that's looking pretty decent. And what we could do is put that like that. What do you think about Tomodachi Life Living the Dream? I'm very much anticipating it. I have a friend, my friend Allie. She's also very excited for it, and I'm getting it with alongside, so like I'm pretty excited to see what it's all about. It's another excuse to use my Mii's. Building the anti-gravity sections is going to be a pain. Yep! But I'm willing to look at this as pretty good. Actually, hold on. I think what we could do is we could turn that light gray. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that should be good. Actually, you know what? Let's also. Oops. Yeah, I think that should. Actually, you know what? Me going all out on these little ass details. Yeah, that should do. Smudgers T40, hello, how's it going? Okay, so from here, I think what I want to do is do that. Who would you marry from any Fire Emblem game? Cynthia from Awakening. She is my favorite. 100%, no doubt. Never a dull moment with her, too, so. I think, yeah, this is where I would want it to start straightening out a bit. Yeah, actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because I've been replaying Awakening. Because I want to, like, possibly, like, I've had I usually don't delete best files, but I've been thinking about redoing my best file because I married Lucina on the grounds that she was the only character I knew of, thanks to Smash. Hola, Black Lion. How's it going? So, I've been redoing my Awakening just so that I could, like, have Cynthia as my marriage option. Yeah, let's start going straight. Yes. Okay, I see. Actually, I think we can... Yeah. And then... I think this might be going pretty good. Have you thought about the roster for your Mario Kart game? Well, the easiest thing I could possibly do is just bring back every character in general. But that might be a little too easy. That is what I was doing. I have thought up of this kind of idea before, and that was literally the idea of just bring back everybody. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, we can probably... Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now that I've done that, what I think we can do is use this as a reference. I actually think that this could stand to be... Yeah, we can stand to do, like... Oops. Yes, I believe this is the move. Well, okay, so I actually started making this idea before World. Jackson's Channel 27, how's it going? Good to see you here. Would that be the same with items, or would you ignore certain ones? Yes, I would ignore certain ones. Good example, lightning cloud. Another good example, the bubble. I have definitely like thought of like all the items across the games. So I think the easiest thing to say is that stuff like the bubble would definitely not be included. Like, in the context of Tour, the bubble sucks. It's good for points to a degree, but not good otherwise. The lightning cloud's another good example of something that can stand to not be included. Other than that, Mega Mushroom has to function like it does in Wii/World. Since I just got here, could you show an overview of the courses so far? Yes, I can do that. Blackmail Lime, what does the bubble do? So in Tour, you're encased by a bubble, and you float across the track. That's good for maybe catching up and avoiding every single hazard the game has to offer. But with Tour, there's also the aspect of getting points, which the bubble avoids every single opportunity for points. Ramps for trick jumps, gliding sections for gliding boosts. And on top of that, you can't use any of your other items while you're in the bubble. So you can't use your shells to fire off at other people. You basically miss all the coins as well, so for Tour's gameplay, the bubble is not great. Alright, so as what Jackson's channel just wants to see, we've got Mario Circuit 1, we got Mario Circuit 2, and as you can see I've colored the borders just like they do in World. Mario Circuit 3 in the green, and then Mario Circuit 4 over here in yellow. And then, of course, we've got Battle Course 4 in the center because it uses the Mario Circuit background in the OG. Man, I love it when an item doesn't work with the game. Yep. The Bullet Bill is also arguably in the same boat, except it can actually hit opponents. It does miss a lot of the things, and it's kind of got the same problem, but a little bit more of a pass because it can hit people. And then we have Remix Mario Circuit over here, which, honestly, I'm looking at, and I think it turned out pretty damn good. And then, just because, I'll show it off, but as you can see, you can't see here, I need to go a little bit faster. Over here, we have the outline and the work of GBA Mario Circuit. Okay, so I've learned that the GBA courses are significantly bigger than the SNES tracks. These outlines are massive, but I'm still going to work with it because it's fun. Now, everything does look flat, and I haven't made all the trees because I'm matching the OG background. Wow, the Switch 1 version of Mario Circuit is bad. I'm not entirely sure what that means right now, but I got jump scared by the trees. Yeah. So this is going to retain the anti-gravity section, so I'm going to find a point to elevate it. Oh! Switch 1 version of Minecraft is bad. Okay, I'm following now. You know what? I'm not going to blame myself for getting mixed up there. It's not my fault that Minecraft and Mario Circuit have the exact same initials. But yeah, so there's a little bit of a peek at what I'm doing outside of stream. Now, I haven't really been working on this much outside of stream because I've been playing like other games. Like I've been mostly on my Switch 2 games. Like I got Mario Tennis. I've been playing Legend ZA. I've been playing a bit of DK Bonanza again. And I've been playing some Chow Garden on the side, as I do. I abbreviate Minecraft to MC. Yeah, fair enough. It's just a coincidence that we're building Mario circuits at the same time. Alright. So from here, now we're going to start going inward. Actually, no, that's a little... How many blocks? Oh, it goes 2. So we can do this. And then we can start doing this. Okay, so now we just need to loop it. So how are we going to do this? Okay, actually, well, this is still going to be a little awkward, but what do you think of Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave? I haven't really studied the trailer all that much. I need to know more about it. Are you going to build the GBA Mario Circuit with the 8 layer with the OG background? Yeah, that's pretty much the game. Like, it's going to be the... I'm using the original track map as my reference, but I am going to elevate the giant U-turn as in Mario Kart 8. So it's a bit of a... It's like a bit of a mix. It's still got the some of the 8 elements, and I'll probably add some of the detailing as well, like the pit stop over the branch road at the start. So I'm going to definitely try to do a little bit of a mix. But when it comes to the GBA tracks, I definitely want to target the OG looks a little bit more because Super Circuit is a really nostalgic track for me. Or game. Okay, so this one's going to be like 3 long. So... another 2. And then how are we doing? Okay, so it goes 1, 2. Oh, and then we, so right about here. It's gonna start going. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up here, it's also going to start going completely. Somehow this is easier than the flat turn. I'm gonna go back to Mario Circuit 1 and extend the water out more because it's too close. Hey man, I'm excited to see the stuff you guys make. And then it starts going. So we got another 2. I think though. Oh, wait a minute. I think that was supposed to be like that. I think. Let me see. If I were to drop from here, theoretically I should land on the... Yep, all linked up. I'm surprised Nintendo didn't add the guest characters and tracks from Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart World. I kind of understand why they didn't, but I feel like they can't keep those hidden forever. They can't like go with their entire future career without bringing those tracks back at least once. I'm excited for GBA and GCN. Yeah. Oh, for yours. Yeah. No, that's gonna be fun. Mario Kart World also 100% feels like it's trying to be a little bit of a reboot to the series. Hold on, I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got. I think I started 1, 2. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I think what I need to do is whoops. Needs to be light gray. Weird how the Switch 2 has a new game and the Switch 1 has a port of Mario Kart 8. Yeah, but I think the Booster Course Pass definitely did enough to kind of make it feel like a new game. Because keep in mind, while it is just a whole bunch of tour ports, that's 48 new tracks. That's literally the same number that the base Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had. So I think it gets a slight pass for that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now obviously we're not going to keep it all like that because we need to start making some light gray going. I think it needs to be like this. And then I think it can. So if I'm correct, if I go up, this should lead. Yep, I think we're on point, guys. This is looking interesting. Fan of Yoshi 2238. Hi, just passing by since I'm assisting someone else's live stream. Oh, hey, well, thanks for popping in for a bit. Okay, so now we're here. I think. Yeah, I'm a little confused. I'm a little confuddled. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna make it out of gray for the time being. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Fuck. 4. Whoops. 5, 6. And then, whoops. Oop. Fly, damn it. Fly, Ludwig! It's looking really good. I imagine you have the model as reference. Yeah, I'm on the model resources right now. Okay, so that's a 2. That's a 2. And then once it goes down, it's going to be 3. So let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, we've kind of reached close to the ground. That's okay though. Yeah, I imagine you have the model up as for reference. Yeah, I'm on Model Resource. It's got a 3D viewer. I've got that on standby. Mosmer Farmir. Is it because the section on the bottom parts are curved? Yeah, I'm using the top. I'm making it as close as possible. Okay, I think another tricky bit is that we have to start going upward as well a little bit because it's got to be able to connect. So I'm going to get rid of this little thing here. Honestly, I think it is looking pretty damn good. Okay, so let's see how we can start getting this to connect. I think it's like that, is it not? Yeah. And then like this. This is 100% very tricky. From up here, 3, 3, 3. So hold on, let me go up from here. Okay, so yeah. This is supposed to be, and then it goes a bit downward, goes down 3, and by down I mean up, 2, 3, and then I think that's also supposed to be 3 long as well. And then so we're here. Yeah, that's supposed to be 3 long as well. Perfect. There we go. Oops. What we'll do that. All right. Blackmail Lion. You know what really surprised me? The fact that 1, Amiibo's work in the Switch 1 version of the Elder Scrolls, and 2, that there is an outfit inspired by Link in the Switch 1 version of the Elder Scrolls 5. Oh yeah, that is pretty interesting. I might make a joke. I might, as a joke, make Test Circuit. Hey, I mean, I am bringing in the SNES Choco Island 3 that never saw the light of day. So, by all means, go for it, man. I think we're on to it. We're on to something here, friends. Now, I do think we need to do. Okay. So now is when we're starting to get tricky again. And I'll do the Dokkan course, yeah. Never use the outfit because it's really hard to obtain and because there are much better options than it. Understandable. Alright. Now, the thing about this twist is that I think it has to go in the opposite direction as this. So it needs to start twisting clockwise? Yeah. No, wait, hold on. So this started twisting counterclockwise. No. Yeah, this needs to twist counterclockwise. No, it needs to turn clockwise. I am so confused, but I think the best thing to do is to just do what I did before. Yeah, the outfit is locked behind certain Link and Zelda amiibo. Yeah. What would you want for the next Sonic game? Is Chow Garden too obvious? Honestly, I think the next Sonic game needs. If I want a 3D Sonic game, it's got to be brand new, new acts, new plot, new everything. Like, as much as I would love to see some more returning stuff, I think Sonic needs to go back to some just brand new stuff. Again, I love Sonic Generations, but I don't believe Sonic Generations needed a port or a rewrite. I'm of the mind that Sonic, if they wanted to do the Sonic Generations again, that it should have been with brand new stages. Okay, so 4 going straight. 3, 4. Now, I would love to make my own like Sonic Generation styled outline for a Sonic game. Because like, I've got my own favorites in Sonic stages. Okay, if I'm correct, that's what we need to be doing. And then from here, which way? It's starting to, the top rotates. Yeah, so it's got to go clockwise. But it also has to start going up. This is going to be a very, very complicated turn. Because it's got to start going up. Let's see. I would say that it keeps going straight. Okay, I have an idea. There's a chunk of earth blocking my view of the road. Okay. Let's try this. We need to start going upward. Okay. But it does need to start twisting as well. Okay. First, I don't really need the white concrete anymore. Or wait, do I? Nope, I don't. What I do need, though, are white planks. Logs, wood. Ah. Planks. Birch planks, perfect. Oh boy. Halo? Nah, birch works. It's white. Alright, so let's see how we're gonna do this. I think what we need to do is start here. Oops, not there. And then oh boy, am I in for it. And then so this is where the bridge is gonna start. Yikes. Okay. I think what we can do, let's do this. Oops. And then this is definitely not going to line up to how I did it above, but I just want to see if this is even possible, if I can do this. So I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I think this is pretty accurate to what I need to do. This is going to look weird. All right. Let's give it a shot. Oh, this is also now one thing longer. This is not good. What I need to do... Yeah, it's because I started straightening out here. I think all I need to do is really just get rid of that. And then... Y'all can tell I'm like really confused. Wait, don't I need to just... Oh, I see. I need to do this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this one's hard. Mobius strips are confusing. Don't worry, you're not the only one. Yeah, trust me. Like, you guys, at least you don't have to be you're not the ones building this. I am melting my brain on this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's confusing looking. Whoops, wrong one. Okay. Okay, so 1. And then we just do this. I guess? Oh wait, no. There we go. Once N64 Koopa Troopa Beach is done and I'm at 8 courses, I will make a copy of that world and build Sunshine Airport in the distance from it. Yeah. Hey, did I make sure that Koopa Troopa Beach was anywhere within vicinity of Sunshine Airport? I'll have to go back and look at that. Right, we need to go up. That's what makes this all the more confusing. So I'm gonna need to do that. What the hell am I doing? I'm pretty sure you did. Okay, good to know. No, but like in all seriousness, what am I doing? Okay, you know what? Let's pause this for a second. If I'm gonna go upward, I think it needs to be done when it's going straight. So like this. Let's back it up a little bit. Okay. This is where I think it needs to start going up a little bit. Okay, and then we'll do this. And then we'll do another one like this. My brain hurts. Am I okay? Like, am I okay in the head for doing this? And then... Oh, right, this is where I think it needs to start going up a little bit. Oh, wait, no. Actually... Yeah. No. This is good. Then Is my brain okay? Since I used the Joy-Con 2s, I remapped SL and ZL and SR to ZR to both of them. So my ZL button doesn't break. Fair. Are we gonna need to get you a therapist after this? I might need to go back to school, at the very least. I don't think I'm doing something right here. No, I see it. No, I don't see it. No, now I do see it. We're good, I think. Wait, yeah, bro, wait a minute. I was twisting it the wrong way there. Yeah, I'm twisting it the wrong way. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, what the hell am I doing? I'm so confused. Why did I pick a Mobius strip? Yeah, I'm starting to twist it the wrong way. It needs to start going outward. Okay. So, as you can clearly see, this is starting to mess with my head. But, the moment this thing goes straight, I think we'll be clear. Let's do another row. Then we'll go up again. I hope you guys are enjoying watching my brain melt in real time. It's a shame you can't tilt the camera in perspective in Minecraft. Yeah, if I could just maybe like look at this sideways, we might have a bit more going for us. But I can't. Now I want to do that. Am I rotating it the wrong way again? Am I? I seriously can't tell anymore. I know there are mods on Java that can do that, but that won't help, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it will not. I'm so lost right now. Okay. I think I see what needs to be done, but it's not lining up perfectly. But I think we can work with this. I think. It's aiming down. Baron, it literally has one side. It's less complicated than a cube. Yeah. Maybe if this were, you know, in the shape of a cube. This is breaking my brain too. Push some of the previous layers out more, then it'll be straight diagonal. I think I see what you're saying. Ah, yes. Thank you, Mossmir. Now we're okay. My brain comprende now. Slightly. Thank you. I needed that. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I think we're getting somewhere. Now we gotta start flattening it out, which, let's see, like, I think this. Quite. I think from here it needs to go up again. This bridge is a mess. Oh my goodness, this bridge is a mess. What am I trying to build here? All jokes aside, this is a better Mobius strip than I could ever make. I'm going to take that as a huge ass compliment, and I'm running with it. Okay, and then wait, I think what we can do is this. 2, 1, 2. Yes. Yes. We're getting somewhere, guys. Do not race on this at home, guys. Between going up and twisting it, this is very hard. But I think we're getting somewhere. Man, am I really glad I don't have to build this track. I might have tasked myself with something I could just barely handle. Okay. And then... Okay. I think from here... You know what? Screw it. Nah, you know what? That was good before. Oh, wait, no. There. We've straightened the thing out. And it actually... Oh my lord, it works. That twisting it back? That's twisting it back. Yep, we're good. Okay, guys. We've straightened this damn bridge out. Oh, my brain. Oh, Lord. It's good now. That's hella good. Thanks, guys. Okay, so from here, now we just have to go up and curve into a circle back. So, yeah, let's see. Let's go back. First off, we need some, what are we going to use? Okay, so I think I used diamond for, you know what? Let's use lapis for the anti-gravity panel. Okay. So from here, we really got to start going upward. Okay. We are a little late on the turn, so let's start going now. Oh, right, we also have to go up. Talk about a doozy. Alright. First things first. I'm done with this. Get out of here, you. I don't need... I've already got a bigger reminder of how much this was a pain to do. Get out. Get out of here. Get. Go on, get. I should have nuked that with TNT. But I do not want to risk something hitting the course itself. What are you going to replace Peach's Castle with on this map? I'm likely going to do, like, a Peach's Castle inspired tower. I will think about that in a second. For now, let's go back to this. Actually, we can probably make this. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. And then we can maybe do this. So this needs to do like a left turn, or from here a left turn, but technically right. I think that should do. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting everything but. All right, I'm liking this. Yes. The vision. I'm having it. A laboratory for EGAD, a strolling stew statue, Daisy statue. Anyway, I'm going to consume food and I'll be back later. All of those are very good options. However, an EGAD lab feels like it would probably be better on the outskirts of the Luigi's Mansion area. A Daisy statue obviously would not suit a Mario character, or Mario. You should do a big Toad house. That, I think, is the one. I think that's the one. I think all your ideas were good, but as much as I would love to do a Daisy statue, that would suit a Luigi or Daisy course. A strolling stew would make more sense in a one that's more based off of Sunshine, but a Toad house Mario's got no personal identity, so a Toad House would be fine. Okay. Yep. Perfect. At least I think so. Is this the DS7 or Tour remix of Airship? This is the OG. Yeah, no, it's the original. Tour, I'm pretty sure reuses the 7 remix. And then, okay, so like I'm playing them all in order, so like, and all their variants are together. So for Airship, there's DS, there's the 7 version with the percussions, the front running as I call it, or as it's usually called, and then the world version. And then up next is Chi Chi Beach. I have it ordered based on when they reappeared in the franchise. Okay. So this turn kind of happens a little later than it should, but I think we can work with this. Let's make it go straight for just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay. This does need to go straight a little bit, so it could, or it's either that or I start rearranging how this is laid out. Also, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am stupid. This is supposed to be 10 blocks long. So, let's rectify that. I don't know if I rectified that very well. There, now I did. That said, no. That's staying 8 blocks long. Had an idea for your 3DS Mario Circuit, a Toad House in the castle spot, but you go down into the basement. What I'm actually going to do for 3DS Mario Circuit is that's going to be a castle spire, because it's an upward spiral. So I'm going to make a castle spire there, but I do like the idea of putting a giant Toad House in the center of this part. I think one more. And then we probably need to start doing the curve. But it does have to be a pretty wide curve, and it needs to go up a little bit more. Okay. So I think... My favorite front-running song is 3DS Bowser's Castle. Valid. I like this one. This one's pretty good. Neo Bowser City is one of my favorite songs in the franchise, but I don't feel like its front-running is nearly as strong as others are. But that's okay. Oh, right, we also need to be going up. So let's start doing that. Well, we should have started that a little while ago, actually. Trying to remember, like, what is one of my favorite front-running versions? Front-running versions, when they work hard. Yeah, they do. This is definitely one that works hard. I'm just trying to remember. I feel like there was one in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or Mario Kart 8 that really worked for me. I don't remember it. For my Wii U Mario circuit, I'm probably just gonna have to go down, but be straight. Mine needs to be raceable. Fair enough. Mount Wario? No. I'm unfortunately gonna burst some bubbles here, but Mount Wario is not even... Like, I never really liked Mount Wario's music. Okay. Once again, getting a wee bit confused. But once I just need to figure out where I want to go straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Okay. You know what? I'm still going to give myself credit for coming this far into this track. Holy moly, my friends. Which means that this needs to be a little bit longer. It also needs to start going up a little sooner. I think this is just kind of like a good way of building. Just kind of figure things out as you go. Whoops. And now we're good to go straight. My favorite, oh, Bowser's Castle. Bowser's Castle was good. I think it. All right, now I gotta look into this. Okay. Grumble Volcano is definitely a contender for a really good front runner. Calamari's okay. Bowser Castle 3 is pretty okay. Hold on. Yeah, Bowser Castle 3 is pretty up there. That's okay, but I like the OG. Toad's Turnpike was definitely not. Nah, not really Riverside. I think it really... I think it might be... I think it was Grumble Volcano. Yep. Definitely Grumble Volcano. Alright, now where were we? I think we were on Cheap Cheap Beach. Alright. Get to the first turn, then find the slope. Yep. What track are you working on? Wii U Mario Circuit. This will probably be the hardest anti-gravity track. Shy Guy Falls, Margaret Stadium, Sweet Canyon. I can imagine these being much easier. Yeah, stuff like Shy Guy Falls won't be nearly as hard because it's going straight up. And like I don't have to curve it upside down. This and Dragon Driftway will be the two of the hardest. Bone Dry Dunes is my favorite front runner. Ooh, that is another good one. But yeah, I think mine has to be Grumble Volcano. Oops. All right. I think this is definitely what we need to do, is climb up after we find where it connects. Okay. I think, like reasonably speaking, I also probably could do like sets of 3. There we go. That should be okay. A little bit awkward looking. Let me look to the bird's eye view. Okay, first things first. This needs to be elevated. I think we need to start elevating it a little bit on the turn itself. It also is a pretty wide-ass turn. Too much. Yeah, that's looking a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. First, another thing. I think that ought to do it. Now we're getting somewhere. Funny how Mario Kart Stadium and Mario Circuit have basically the same theme. Yeah. What are you doing for the Goombas? Good question. Can someone explain to me why Bone Dry Dunes is such a despised course? I unfortunately can't because I like Bone Dry Dunes. It is my second favorite track in Mario... Second favorite new track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Or in Mario Kart 8. Like, yeah, okay, bog standard desert, but like, do you think I care about that? I love desert tracks. Desert tracks slap, bro. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't answer the why the hate, because I am not one of them. I think we got up a little too fast. Okay, but we're almost there. One bad front running is Wild Woods. Okay, yes, that's another, I 100% agree, because that borderline ruins the song for me. Wild Woods' music is not bad in the slightest, but the front running is so overwhelming that it takes away from the song itself. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, we're good. The song is in 5/4, so the theme, that means it's bad. Yeah. No, the front running does not belong in that one. Like, it could have worked, but they went too overboard with the cymbals. Or whatever it was. Alright. Yeah, we can definitely stand to... Let's connect it first. So, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Imagine if the front running for each track was different. Huh. Trying to, like, not entirely sure how, but ideas to think of. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, hold on. I see where we're at. Bingo. That being said, could probably do that. Wait a minute. No, that needs to be there. Oh, wait, no. That. Now I'm a little bit more confused. Oh, wait, that did need to be there. There we go. Hell yeah. Okay. We can definitely start we could start, okay, let's roll with what we got here because this is good. This is what we need. Yep. Alrighty. I'll replace with the light gray in a second. But I think we're just about golden, my friends. We'll definitely have to redo that this turn. But I can use this as a reference. But let's go. My right foot feels like static right now. Yes, but look at this. It's the outline, but That is Mario. That is Wii U Mario Circuit if I've ever seen it. Okay, let's do our best to fix up this area. So first things first, this can be made wider. Again, we'll just work with this for now. We'll work with dark gray until it's all done. Let's see. Definitely destroy a little bit in here. Alrighty, friends, let's make this look good. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll get there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We'll get there. We need to see it from the mini-map perspective. We'll try. Aren't there 2 bridges? No, it's 1 bridge with 2 sides. I distinctly remember going over 2 bridges when playing on this track. That's because you think you are. But the first bridge is right here, and then once you go all the way around from the bottom, you're just going over the same bridge over again, but it's the same one. It's just on the other side. I think. Margaret World idea. What if after finishing the special cup you unlock the classic mushroom cup, which is the regular mushroom cup but with no intermissions and so on and so forth? That makes sense. Oh yeah, this makes sense. But yeah, no, bro, really though. Like, have an option. I know I'm not necessarily one who dislikes the intermissions, but I do know that it's not for everybody. Actually, I think what we need to do is like that. Sorry, I just need to figure out how do I want to... I think we're getting somewhere. I think that's looking a little nicer. The Lunar New Year event in Pokemon Go has been disappointing. That's rough. I still think it's like around here that needs to be beefed up just a little bit more. I think I see it. There we go. It ain't the prettiest, but I think I've seen worse. Okay, first things first, let's try to even these things out a little bit more. We're almost done. We're almost done the base of Wii U Mario Circuit. And I'm gonna be honest, the backdrop, like the off-road shouldn't be that hard. It's literally just extending most of the areas. But otherwise, the only I wouldn't even say that the background details are gonna be that challenging to do. I think we got this. I think this is looking pretty solid for what is probably one of the most confusing anti-gravity tracks to build. Keep in mind, we're building a shape that's one-sided. That's crazy, bruh. I still wish the booster course pass was a little bit more diverse instead of just practically being a tour archive. Where are the connecting points? That's just the thing, it's one-sided. The twists basically, like one's a counterclockwise twist and the other's a clockwise twist. So, here, let me go through it. So like, this is where let's go backwards. This is where we start. This twists so that it's facing this way. And then as you follow this surface, it twists upside down because we're still here. So now we're upside down. Then it goes, oh hey, I might want to fix that. All the way around like that. So that when we loop back down to the finish line, we're upside down. Oh, I meant to route/intermissions. Okay, we're gonna build that in a, well, that'll be something we build after we're done the track. But we are connecting this to Mario Circuit 4. And what I'm thinking is that we will build a road. Well, first things first, I'm pretty sure that the road's also going to be connecting to Mario's 3DS Mario Circuit. I'm going to have to get that up. Let me get my map. Yes, I have to open up Photoshop. How late will we stream? I'm probably gonna go to at the very least 8 o'clock. Sorry, I needed this drink. Yeah, because like 3 hours is usually my go-to. Plus, I think this is a good stream because I've lost track of time. So I'm probably gonna go for another hour. But intermission-wise, I'm pretty sure that this, you can't even see it from here, so there's quite a distance, but that's good because I'm pretty sure we're making a road that'll be branching off. One will go to Wii U Mario Circuit and the other will go to 3DS Mario Circuit. And what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna start elevating the road a little bit to create like a cannon slash glider shot, like the, you know what I mean, like the classic barrel cannons that would shoot all the way up to the Wii U Mario Circuit. And then to get down, I will likely create a new road right up there that'll bring the racers down. Let's see. Yes, there is a branch to there is a branch from the SNES Mario Circuit 4 that leads to 3DS and Wii U. And then from Wii U, yeah, I might extend the road a little bit, but ooh, it's got a branching point to Remix as well, so we could do that too. Oh, that'll be fun. Speaking of which, nah, I'll check that later. Alright, so let's do this, because we still need to do a little bit more. I guess this works, but what we will do, let's level this out. The DS has one of the best circuit themes, in my opinion. I think what we can do... Oh yeah, we got quite a bit of straightening up to do. This should do. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Let's play a guessing game. Which blocks should I destroy and which ones shouldn't? Alright. I'll be the judge of whether or not I need to raise it up a little bit more as well. No, I think that should be good. Alright. Yeah. And then I think roughly around here. This is complex. I got all of them there. Not that one. Not that one either. There we go. Oh man, this is kind of complicated, but we're getting close. We're almost there, guys. Maybe the next Minecraft stream could start in the morning and go for a while. Unfortunately, it cannot because I record tomorrow. That's when I do my usual recording stuff. What is your all-time least favorite Mario Kart track and your least favorite Mario Kart track for every title, including Tour and excluding Home Circuit? So my all-time least favorite is Cheap Cheap Lagoon from 3DS. I've never really been a fan of that one. I think all we have to do is just build all of this, and then we're good. Favorite from 3DS would be? I'll have to get my ranking, because I know I could basically answer it all. Give me one quick second on that. Let me destroy all of this, because I think this is the last we need to do before the track itself is done, which gives us an hour to kind of just work on the off-road and other details. Yeah, Electrodrome is going to be another hard one. 100% guaranteed. Alright. Track tier list. Complete ranking. Let's see. This should be all up to date. Yep. All right. So yeah. Cheep Cheep Lagoon is my least favorite 3DS track and least favorite overall. Never really liked it. Terrible in tour. And considering it only has 2 appearances, that doesn't say a lot for it, unfortunately. My least favorite Mario Kart 8 course, Ice Ice Outpost. Crappy music. It's, you know, out of everything in Mario Kart 8 for how much expansive locations it has, I'm not entirely sure how they just made the Arctic even more boring to look at. It's just ice and water. That's it. That's a bit of a disappointment. By extension, my least favorite SNES track would be Koopa Beach 1. Same deal. Same deal. It's not much to look at. It's just a circular beach. It ain't much. But it's very hard to, like, hate a SNES track for those reasons, simply because they were the first tracks. Also, there we go, guys. That's the outline for Wii U Mario Circuit. Now, theoretically, I could maybe make it a little bit thicker, but I don't really know if I want to do that given this. So we'll think about it. Let's see. Least favorite tour track, Tokyo Blur. You know, it's kind of ironic that Tokyo Blur averages out to be one of the weaker tour tracks, despite the fact that Nintendo themselves is based in Japan. So it just did not strike it with me, really. In tour especially, like, the routes were so small, like, it definitely suffered from first track syndrome. Least favorite GameCube track, everyone's gonna hate me for this, it's Baby Park. It's good in the sense it really all depends on where you're playing it. In the context of Double Dash, Baby Park was peak. The chaotic level of items and the fact that they could go over the middle part makes stuff like Bowser shells and giant bananas and fireballs very threatening. The problem is that as you go through its appearances, it slowly starts to get weaker. DS lacks the items and cuts the lap count, so that's kind of against it. Drops a lot of detail, so it's very bare. Mario Kart 8, at least it's got its 12 laps back, and the 7 laps, and the 12 racers do make it a lot more interesting. But again, the fact that they closed off the center part means that items can't travel from one end to the other easily. And again, it lacks the dynamic items that DS had, or Double Dash had. And Tour kind of brings it up a little bit again. Sure, it's back down to 5 laps, but item frenzies make Baby Park very dangerous for everybody who's not you. Unless you're playing online, in which then it is a huge problem when someone might, by chance, have like a giant banana user. So it's a little all over the place, but yeah, unfortunately, Baby Park is my least favorite. I was building Ice Ice Outpost in a race-friendly way, and it was surprisingly difficult due to the twisty-turny nature of the dual tracks. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. I can wait to get to Ice Ice Outpost. Alright, in terms of my least favorites per game. So I've covered 3DS, Wii U, SNES, Tour, GameCube. DS, my least favorite is by proxy just Figure 8 Circuit. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that out of all the DS tracks, it's just fairer, the weakest. The same for my least favorite Wii track, which is just Luigi Circuit. Even compared to Wii's Mario Circuit, kind of a little bare. So let's see, that leaves 3 more games. We got Super Circuit, World, 64. I think that's it. Alright. With a considerable gap, I still haven't found... Oh! Going from my C- tier to my C+ tier, my least favorite N64 course is Koopa Troopa Beach. Beach tracks just never really did it for me. And my least favorite GBA track is GBA Mario Circuit, which, again, I don't even dislike it. It's like none of these tracks, in the C+ tier, they're just neutral tracks. GBA Mario Circuit, well, 8 made it definitely. I feel like I should switch GBA Mario Circuit with Bowser Castle 1. Because Bowser Castle 1 is small, has had too many appearances, and at least Mario Kart 8 did something interesting with Mario Circuit. My least favorite world track, I really haven't gotten that far yet. To be frankly honest, I haven't even been playing World that much. Okay, let's start with some of the off-road sections of this course. So, quite a bit of room here. '64 Rainbow Road is boring, especially when you accidentally turn the music off and don't know how to turn it back on. Yeah. Fortunately for me and unfortunately for anybody else, N64 Rainbow Road was my very first track I had ever played. So it gets a lot of nostalgic pass, but I can agree. I think the the remake of Rainbow Road is great, except I feel like one lap makes it too short. I think 2 laps would have been a good middle ground. Because, yeah, it is infamous for being the longest track, one of the longest tracks in the series, but that was in Mario Kart 64. It had vastly different gameplay mechanics. Mario Kart 8 is a lot faster, and everything is a lot more polished. So, I just don't really see why it needed to be lap cut. Okay, so how big... Oh. Okay, good to note that part of the Wii U Mario Circuit has some mountainous little cliff thing here. Wrong way. So from here, this can pretty much just stretch all the way out. This is probably going to make it look a lot better too. Now let's make this like extra big, because we gotta fit. We're gonna fit at the very least like a small building or tent style thing. So I'm gonna say that this will be the fence. Actually, you know what? Let's get that. So I had white concrete in my inventory this whole time. Nice. Let's ditch that. Ditch that. Ditch that. Let's take this. And we'll take the sand because we'll need the sand eventually. So let's just fence off this area here. Oh, we also have to make the starting line, which is not actually... Oh, well, it's kind of loaded in. It's like the banister isn't. Okay, so it's suspended by bricks. Take that. Okay, and then iron bars really aren't going to cut it for the fencing. Walls. Ooh, polished blackstone wall. And then we can let's make it one bigger, because the finish line has to drape over. Let's see if we can arc this. Yeah, there we go. I'm back. Track is looking good so far. Yep. Mario Kart World Rainbow Road is the longest, right? Yes. It has officially beaten out Rainbow 3DS and N64 Rainbow Roads as the longest. Now, granted, 3 lap-wise, N64 is still longer because it takes roughly 6 minutes to finish. But among like distances themselves, yes, Switch 2 Rainbow Road is now the longest track. 4 sections, and by default taking about 4 minutes to finish. So it's pretty big. What is your most controversial Mario Kart track like/dislike? Ooh, I like that question. I really do. Because I have a lot of controversial dislikes. I'm telling you right now, everybody gonna hate my some of my least favorites. I think the big ones are Coconut Mall and Mount Wario as 2 of my least favorite tracks overall. Yeah, those are the ones that aren't, like, Coconut Mall is not necessarily my least favorite of either, but I was pretty generous on my my ranking. I gave it more benefit of the doubt because it's a very unique theme. But overall, yeah, no. Coconut Mall is not the first track I want to race on because it's just so overrated in my opinion. Sorry to anybody who likes it, but it just ain't for me. Let's see what we can do. Can this? Yeah, no, I would not. Not quite. Just not long enough, and it can't drape from the, okay. It's just, whoops. Alright. Let's just make it out of redstone. There we go. That looks pretty okay. Also, maybe use carpets to mark the finish line on the road to stop it going through to the other side. Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, that's actually a good point, now that I think about it. N64 Rainbow Road on the N64 I think took 6 minutes. It did. I loved Coconut Mall on the Wii, but I'm just indifferent to it. But now I'm just indifferent to it. I'm actually kind of the opposite. And another hot take, I actually think that the Switch and Tour versions were actually better. A lot more colorful and therefore a lot more to look at. But still, the oversaturated hype it gets, like, let's be 100% real. Most people only liked it because the music was a meme. I'm pretty sure that anyone who says Coconut Mall is the best is either... Well, I think like a very little percentage of them are actual people who played the games. Mount Wario was never in my favor. Like, the music was annoying and it's just the most dull Wario-based course ever. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I think my most controversial favorite is definitely Mario Circuit 3, considering how much hate that one gets nowadays. Need I remind you guys that Mario Circuit 3 has the most individual number of appearances. And tied technically with SNES Rainbow Road as the most, because SNES Rainbow Road also has 6. But that's only counting 8 Deluxe and 8 as separate games. If we count them together, yeah, Mario Circuit 3 is still beating. So, yeah. That's probably one of my most controversial likes. I don't know if I want to consider Yoshi Desert controversial in terms of likes, because it's, yeah, sure, it's a desert, but I have a backup reason. Yoshi's my favorite character. I mean, I put Bone Dry Dunes as an S rank track, so Controversial? Not sure. But I think, yeah, I don't really think you can get more controversial than saying that SNES Mario Circuit 3 is an S-ranked track. Alright. Okay, so looking at this, this doesn't need to be this long for this big of a part. It can... So the finish line is here. It's pretty much in line with the building, so we can do this, really. Speak of the devil! Most Mario Kart tracks are just like, It's really dependent on what qualifications you really want for a favorite and a least favorite. So these sides are not even, so this can be a little longer. But otherwise I would say that it's at around this point where it probably gets a little smaller. I might also make this a little bit bigger because of just how it is. Also, I guess let's first things first. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. I'm gonna need that, I'm gonna need that. I accidentally took 64 of them, but that don't matter. Whoops. Hey, get back here. There we go. All taken care of. The only reason I dislike Mario Circuit 3 is because we haven't gotten Mario Circuit 4 yet. Valid. That makes me wonder, why on earth do I put Wii, like, Switch, like, I love what they did in Mario Kart World, and I still don't dislike the track for it. But Nintendo, you guys are just mean at this point. Come on. You literally made Switch 2's Rainbow Road like 4 minutes long. You couldn't have given the Mario Circuit one more to work with? Nintendo, y'all just bullying a decent track. Don't at me on that one. What I also want to make sure I'm doing is being a little bit careful because... Oh wait, no, never mind. That's not in the way of anything. Okay, so we're also going to make the giant tower here, which shouldn't be too hard. I can make a round tower spire. It's centering it out that'll be a bit of a task. 6 from BFDI. The track you're making looks like a figure 8 circuit from Mario Kart DS. Close! It's a Mobius strip from Mario Kart 8, which in of itself basically was a form of a figure 8. I think this does need to be a wee bit bigger. Let's make it 2 squares bigger. Okay, so what am I building here? This is an enclosed building, yes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I do want to make it 8 long though. Let's see what I can do with this. I'll need brick. I think I'll use quartz. Gonna need something yellow and orange. Okay, let's start with a layout. So this little building on the side, I'd say it starts, doesn't start at the finish line, I'd say it starts right about here. And then from the, let's say, yeah. I'd say 3 for another thing of brick. 3 brick. Is there an opening on the other side? Hey, there is. Son of a gun. Brick. 1, 2, 3. Brick. All right. And then I would say that, yeah, the pillars could be like 2 things long before brick. And then we're going to need something orange. And then brick. Oh shit, there are openings on the ends too. Okay. Bust. What the hell is this thing? Oh, it looks just like a little warehouse, honestly. Yeah, it just seems to be a little storage area. We might need to, yeah, definitely make this a little thicker, because this needs to be quartz as well. Let's cross that bridge when we get there. Because I'm streaming, it's all very slow on my computer. Okay, so that. The bottom is actually orange as well. Okay, I'll fix it up. I just need to find some... Hey, copper. Yeah, but won't that, like, wither away over time? Might not be the best option. Chiseled risen block. This will do. Yeah. Yep, that works. What are y'all's favorite WiiWare title? Mine's Strong Bads. Cool game for attractive people. Okay. I mean, I didn't really play much outside of my Pokemon Ranch and Pokemon Rumble. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, but Mario 64 and Battle Force 4 should both have been in Mario Kart World. Yeah. Get wax copper to stop it from aging. Nah, I think this works. The resin block, or whatever this thing is, works. And then it's going to do... big circle of love. All right. What's this? Block of coal. I don't think that's really what I need. Cobbled deep slate. Huh. That looks interesting. Okay. What else we got around here? Decorative stone. Ah! something yellow that might not be that gilded. Actually, block of raw gold might be the answer. What else we got? Okay, not sand. Yeah, I think this might be the move. So it's a big building, but we don't really need to do that. And then the top is quartz. And then this bit here is brick. Well, kind of. We're almost done with the Coconut Mall BS. There we go. And then on this side, I'm going to say that this is going to just be brick. This can be quartz. Fill that in. Not bad. I'd give it a pass. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot a side. That's the same deal. Alright, well, it's mostly just a little, storage area. I listed the only Mario Kart tracks I like, and the message disappeared. That's weird. Coconut Mall heard you talking smack talking, and now it's haunting you forever. It already is haunting already. My message disappeared as well. Why are people's messages disappearing? YouTube, get it together. Ain't nobody here's doing nothing bad. Get shit together, BoobTube. Okay. Let's do this. We're gonna need to make this one bit thicker. At least. I sincerely don't know what I'm going to do about the off-road sections for this. Or you know what I mean, the track itself. Because I'm going to be 100% honest, I'm slightly scared to make the track itself thicker because of the anti-gravity. I still think when it came down to it, they peaked a little too soon with bringing Coconut Mall back. Keep in mind, they brought back, well, 4 pretty strong courses for Mario Kart 7 from Mario Kart Wii. Coconut Mall, Mushroom Gorge, and Maple Treeway were all very strong tracks for that game, and they brought them back for Mario Kart 7. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Mario Kart 7, but, yeah. If you were going to be using those tracks so frequently, you might not want to bring them back so fast. If you ask me, let's see. I would have replaced Mushroom Gorge with, you know what? Moo Moo Meadows should have come back in Mario Kart 7. That would have been a lot simpler. I said hi and good luck with the building of the track, by the way. Oh, well, thank you. In my opinion, Coconut Mall is slightly overrated. Like, slightly. Was very much improved in Mario Kart 7. Okay, fair enough. I can't stay, but I hope everyone has fun. Thank you very much. Moss. Yeah, that's what I'm probably going to use for the off-roads, for the anti-gravity section. Literally, Shroom Ridge is underrated. Facts! Shroom Ridge is such a good course. Glad that it came back in Tour and 8 Deluxe. Granted, it sucks that it got the Wave 1 treatment because, Wave 1 does not look the nicest, but we'd be thankful that it's back. Discluding the booster course pass, only SNES Rainbow Road and Moo Meadows are SNES Rainbow Road and Moo Meadows are the only two consecutive retro tracks. Yes! It did take DLC for Mario Kart 8, but you are correct. Because Moo Meadows was in... No, hold on. Retro tracks. Yes, that's true. Okay, you got a point. The only Mario Kart tracks I like are Sunset Wilds, Calamari Desert, Music Park, Rainbow Road 3DS, and Moonview Highway. I mean, that's a pretty solid lineup overall. For me, personally, the lowest of those is probably like a C+. What else do I want to do here? Okay, well, there is a brick wall, or like a wall around this, so we're going to have to make this one step a little bit bigger too. But this is kind of what makes this so much fun and it's so interesting, is that we're making this all floating in the air, baby. This also does extend out quite far. We'll have to see about that. If you like, not including just not just limiting it to retro appearances, those Wii tracks have had the longest consecutive appearances. Maple Treeway, Mushroom Gorge, Koopa Cape, and Coconut Mall, or Maple Treeway, Koopa Cape, Mushroom Gorge, and Coconut Mall all appeared in technically 3 games straight. Okay, let me put a little asterisk there, because when I say technically, we're counting Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe as one. If we didn't, well then that would go to Neo Bowser City and Piranha Plant Slide, which have... No, those are also just 2 consecutive appearances. Take a pick. From the course of Mario Kart Wii, all the way to Mario Kart Tour, Booster Course Pass included, those Wii tracks are in every single one. The only ones I like are Piranha Plant Slide, Shroom Ridge, Wario's Gold Mine, TikTok Clock, Coconut Mall, Mario Kart 7 Only, 3DS Rainbow Road, DS Rainbow Road, and GBA Rainbow Road. Solid. I have a big S rank listing, I'm going to be 100% honest. But, yeah, like, I can list all the tracks in a tier system, because there are a lot I like. I do play Mario Kart a lot, and I love just studying the tracks. Alright, so I'm kind of more talking than I am building. I'm gonna say... Wait, hold on. Oh, well... It doesn't really decrease that much, so I might just make this whole thing flat. Actually, this whole road probably could be flat, and I could probably start... yeah, I probably could, honestly. Okay, you know what? Let's save that for another time. For the time being, let's just leave that alone. In fact, actually, that means we would have to leave this whole thing alone. Maybe we should go to the other side. Oh, we are gonna need to make it. We are gonna need to make it a little thicker, because one side of the vertical section is grass, and the other side is sand. Okay. So this complicates things just a wee bit. The bridge does not need to be expanded on, but we're probably going to need to do that anyway. Oh boy. The Nitro tracks in World are a bit better than the retro tracks in my opinion. That is true. But for me, I think World has one of the weaker lineups of retro tracks. Okay. I'll get to that in a second. As much as I love the DSi, I will say DSiWare should have had better applications. Yeah. I didn't play too much WiiWare stuff. Yeah, we are going to need to make this a little thicker, which is going to be weird with this. Okay. I'm going to be 100% honest. I sincerely don't know where to go from here. I think this is going to take another stream to really work on any further. Okay, so let's get rid of that, and that. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go work on GBA Mario Circuit for the time being, because I can't really see myself doing much else here because I have to make the road thicker, and I would rather do that in a completely different stream. So I'm going to get this, and this, and this together. Alright. The important thing is that we finished Wii U Mario Circuit's layout. That's the goal. Next time I stream this, I will likely go back and start making the track a little bit thicker so that we can fit all the detailing. Otherwise, let's head off to GBA Mario Circuit and let's do some work there. I'm gonna need the map. Where are my pics? Desktop. Pictures. Tree jump scare. Kart courses. Super Circuit. Jeez, this is buried. There we go, Mario Circuit. All right. So, let's see where I'm at with this. I actually once made Mario Kart 9 predictions as a scratch project. Yeah, I tend to do that when I know, or when I feel like it's ready. I do Mario Kart retro track predictions. I did that for World, and they were far away from being factually true. Heck, I predicted Mario Circuit 4, and I literally got everything except for that. As in all three other Mario Circuits. Alright. I think I'm at the very bottom of the inner banisters, so I guess I can do this. Which means I actually am going to need... Why do I have the black carpet in my inventory? Where did you come from? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, not exactly the most exciting way to end things off, but I kind of need to. Goes red, green, blue, yellow. Mario Circuit 4 should have returned in 8 Deluxe instead of Mario Circuit 3 or Toad Circuit, literally because no one cares about Toad Circuit facts. Mario Circuit 4 should have just been in Tour. Like, let's be real. I don't know why they're so against bringing that one back. Mark our track idea. The track is based in the Earth's North Pole area. It exclusively takes place in winter and is dark all the time. Polar bears are track hazards and northern lights in the sky. I feel like they've definitely gotten close to that, but with like their own Mario spin on it. But yeah, I honestly wouldn't be... I would think that a North Pole style track wouldn't be that bad. Oh, now we're going backwards. Okay. So... I'm gonna start at yellow. So 1. Oh, wait a minute. It gets confusing right out the gate. All right. Yellow, blue, green, red. Just 1 yellow, then 1 blue, then green, then red. What the heck is this? What on earth is that? Does anyone actually remember that one winter course? We've got Sherbet Land. We've got Merry Mountain. I mean, I can count all the winter tracks. Vanilla Lake 1, Vanilla Lake 2, Frappe Snowland, Sherbet Land, Snowland, Sherbet Land, DK Pass, DK Summit, Mount Wario, Rosalina's Ice World, Starview Peak, Vancouver Velocity if you want to get really technical, and Remix Mario Circuit 1. Merry Mountain, yes, Merry Mountain. Why are all the wall blocks so weird? I don't know. Maybe, bruh. GBA and SNES tracks are weird, brother. All right, now it's gonna be normal. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Merry Mountain's a little underrated. I had a Nitro track idea for Tour. I refused to accept it as a main line game because it doesn't have a Nitro, Bowser's Castle, and Rainbow Road. So I rectified the latter. Tour Rainbow Road has 3 versions. Fair. Low-key, Mario Kart Super Circuit gets slept on. Yeah, really. Also, I guess it really depends on if you count the remix tracks as technical new tracks, which I would understand that a lot of people wouldn't, because they reuse assets. But Remix Mario Circuit 1, Remix Bowser Castle 1, and the Remix Rainbow Roads are technically new and exclusive to Tour. Well, it would be interesting. I'm looking at your idea. Rainbow Road 1 starts on Earth, and at the NASA's launch area, you fly up to the ISS and stay there a bit before heading back down. I had dreams in the past of like Mario Kart Tour tracks, and one of them was based off Rogueport. It was like a TTYD tour, and I'm like, I am mad that that never happened. Yellow, blue, green, yellow. Yes, because why not? Red. Now we're going back this direction. Green, blue, yellow. I think that's how it goes. A red, and a green, and then it starts straightening out. Blue, yellow. They ruined Koopa Cape so much in the remakes. Koopa Cape mentioned the music, yep. Rainbow Road 2 takes place on the moon and stuff happens there. Rainbow Road 3 is more traditional, it takes place in space on a floating space Rainbow Road. That's always what I love about my Rainbow Roads. As long as you're driving on an actual rainbow, I'm good. I'm trying to skip forward like this is a regular video. Sorry, there's nothing beyond this point currently. Now there is. Now there is too. Hey, if you go back now, you can watch it, rewatch it. Point is, I took the idea of Tour placing on our Earth and took the next logical step of saying rainbow would occur in our Earth's orbit. Fair enough. Starting to really question my policies on responding to random spam. Strong bad's cool game for distracted people. It ruined Sunset Wilds in Tour and just grows past. They got rid of the unique thing, changing time of day. It was kept in Tour, albeit shortened to, on the second lap, it just goes straight to night. But yeah, I'm kind of confused as to why they didn't or couldn't do it on the 8 Deluxe version, considering that modders have done it. Your move, Nintendo. It was never that big of a problem to me. The course's change in layout was always my big thing. But I do start giving Sunset Wilds the benefit of the doubt because GBA tracks in the future had it way worse. Y'all know which track I'm talking about. In fact, I can count another one too. Hold on, I gotta start counting block colors. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. So I gotta do 3 more. Yeah, for me in Tour, Sky Garden and Lakeside Park were really done dirty. Boo Lake was perfectly fine. It was compressed. Okay, Boo Lake and Snowland were compressed very much so, but they still keep their layouts pretty intact, so I'm okay with it. Bowser Castle 4 was actually a really nice change in pace, and I actually quite enjoyed it. Riverside Park is another one that feels like it changed a little too much for my taste, and I think it could have been a little bit better. Hold on, let me get all the Tour tracks or Super Circuit tracks in Tour, because I know Super Circuit tracks kind of got a little shafted. Super Circuit. Peach Circuit remained the same, so there was no change there, but it looks gorgeous in terms of its background details, so I'd say that's a pretty net plus. Riverside Park is a detail net plus with the giant waterfall cave as the looping section at the end, but the watered down layout kind of hurts it. Bowser Castle 1 stays the same because it's a base game track, basically just takes its appearance from Mario Kart 7. Boo Lake compressed, but okay because it keeps the layout pretty intact. Bowser Castle 2, same as Bowser Castle 1, except losing a few points for the lack of unique detail, lack of unique background like it was in the original. Luigi Circuit, simplified to a degree, but other tracks still had it worse. It's not the worst, but there are some more simplified areas, and it is compressed a little bit. I'd say that's kind of in the center. Cheep Cheep Island changed a little too much. Same boat as Sunset Wilds for me. The music for Sky Garden was epic. 100%, especially in Tour. And then I think it's just a red from here. And then a yellow going up. Blue. Green. Red. Yellow. Blue. Green. Red. Riverside Park's music reminds me of Little Big Planet in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Here. No shiny Blitzel for me in Pokemon Go. RIP. Moving on. Snowland, same boat as Boo Lake. Compressed, but layout's still the same. Disappointing that they removed that top corner section, though. Yoshi Desert, I'm okay with because, again, layout's been a little bit simplified, but the size is kind of still there, and the shape is kind of still there. It was simplified definitely on the left-hand side of the track, where it's not as big, but I don't know, I think it's still okay. Reasonably okay. Still think that it could have used a little bit more, but I'm okay with it. Bowser Castle 3, layout's fine. Surroundings are a downgrade because it just reuses Bowser Castle 1's background instead of having the unique outside version. Should have gone with the Mario Kart Wii version, guys. Lakeside Park got shit on like Sky Garden did. RIP. Bowser Castle 4, perfectly fine. I'd say it's a perfectly fine side grade. If it was 2 laps, I'd be even more okay with it, which is why I wished it was in the Booster Course Pass. Okay. One, two. Alright, I'm going to be 100% honest. I think it's about time I called it a stream. Because I have to feed my cat first off. And 3 hours is kind of my limit for streaming. I would like to... I haven't really had too much time to myself today because I've had a lot of chores to do. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm very proud of the progress that we have made today. The Mario circuits still look gorgeous. Ooh. Hold on. I think what we do need to do, though, is I do need to make out the map for Wii U Mario Circuit. It's going to look weird on the map, if I'm going to be 100% honest. Alright. Let me go get my maps. We'll finish off with this. It's looking so good. Thanks, bud. Thank you, guys. I really am glad that this is something people really enjoy. Because I think that's what I've needed for YouTube, is like, I need to find my niche. And I think this Mario Kart World map really is kind of something that's starting a good thing for me. Okay. This is going to be a little awkward to figure out. Good work. Thanks, Goomsalotl. Alright, what I'll do is I'll start with this right here. I'm just going to go right here. It's going to look hilariously stupid on the map. Like I said, hilariously stupid. It's just a line. This looks a little bit more detailed, to a degree. But, it still ain't much. And then, yep, that's that side. Ooh. Now, unfortunately, I don't exactly know where it fits into, the map overall. So we're just gonna have to wing it until I kind of connect it through Mario Circuit 4. Which I guess I could also do next time as well. What I'm gonna guess though, it's probably gonna need a little bit more space like this. Whoops. Take a wild guess and say that it's probably up within this area. I will map out the rest of this in maybe either my own time or the next time. I dare you to play Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition. I already have it, and I already play it. I'm not joking. I'm very proud of this. It's a good start. It's a tiny start. But I'd wager that this is pretty solid. Alright guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream today. That progress is all we really need. We finished the entire track. It is a bit small, especially when compared to these, but these are 1-to-1 scale. This is not. This is definitely much smaller. But that's okay. I'm looking to just connect everything. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Keep an eye open. I will definitely be posting stream plans for next month very soon because next week is the last week of February. So, hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.